Hey everybody, welcome back to another edition of Smoking Conversations. I am your host, Mr. Cigars with a Z36, and today we're going to be talking about the Jamon by Placencia, and we're going to be talking about cigar lounge etiquette, do's and don'ts. Now, some of the things I'm going to touch on are just a few of them. I know there's a bunch of them out there, but I'm just going to tell you the basics that, a novice or someone new to the cigar game should know prior to going into a cigar lounge. That's it. But hey, if you're watching this and some of them that you think I forgot, by all means, please drop them in the comments below. So, first off, we're going to start off with the Jamon. Now, let me put it out there and let you know, you can only get this cigar off jrcigars.com. That is the only place you can get this cigar from. You may look it up and say, hey, I found it here. I'm telling you right now, all they're going to do is charge you extra because they're going to order from JR Cigars and ship it to you. That's all they're going to do. Now, also, if you know me personally, you know that I'm a big fan of Nicaraguan tobacco. And this is a Nicaraguan wrapper, filler, binder. So this is I would say this is high up in my count of cigars, that my all-time go-to cigars, if you will. I smoke this in the morning before I go to work with like a French vanilla cappuccino or something like that, but it goes good with coffee. I'm not drinking anything today. I just didn't feel like partaking in any alcohol today. No particular reason why not, but I just didn't feel like it today. But this is a good stick. So some of the notes that is listed for it: leather, roasted nuts, coffee. Those are some of the notes that you'll find in this one. Now, if your palate is not evolved that well, you may not be able to taste those, which is fine. It takes time. I've been in, like I said in my last video, I've been in it for 5 years. I'm starting to catch some of the notes, but I'm not catching all of them. But you may catch some notes maybe stronger than others. It all depends on how your palate is evolving. But we'll save that for another show. Now, one of the things that I love about this stick is a unique shape. If you can see that little pigtail right there, it makes it easier to cut. Most other cigars just have what you have the head of the stick. At the head, they just a little cap at the top. But it has a pigtail, which kind of makes it stand out from the other sticks. So, but it's definitely I would definitely say it's a definitely good go-to stick. It makes it more one of the top quality pre-embargo Cuban style cigars that people were sought off for. They want to go out, and they say it's a medium to full body, but in my personal opinion, I would say it's more towards the medium than it would be to the full body. But this is a good stick if you want to start out with. Now, a lot of people wouldn't agree with that because it's because they labeled it medium to full. But when they say medium to full, you can gauge it. If you say medium, you're not wrong. If you say full, you're not wrong. If you say it's a little bit in between, you're still not wrong. But this is a good stick though. I highly recommend it to anybody. I'll drop the link to JR Cigars so you can go and order it. I think it comes in a little canister like this. Canister of 12. It's like $57 or something. But it's a great stick. I think I've ordered 2 of them already. So definitely go try it. Okay? So now, we're going to talk about the do's and don'ts in the cigar lounge. Let's go with the don'ts. It's crazy with this first one because people still do it, but don't talk about politics or religion in the cigar shop. You just don't do it. A lot of people take politics very seriously. They take religion. Now, there are some other topics that are off limits. I get it. But these are like the top 2. You don't talk about these in a cigar lounge. Now, for me, if people start talking about them, I don't engage in the conversation. I just let them talk. I don't voice or express my opinion in any way, shape, form, or fashion. I just let them talk. I don't say anything. So try to stay away from those. Don't blow smoke in someone's face. That's just rude, period. Like, you don't do it. Now, what you see a lot of people do, and I know some people have asked me this, what they'll do is they'll puff. And they'll just blow it up. Because you're sitting in a circle, and if you blow straight out, the smoke may go into someone's face by accident and they may get offended. So it's just customary to just blow straight up in the air. You don't blow smoke in someone's face. You don't do that. Another thing is you don't do is you don't like put your cigar out. What I mean by that is you take your cigar and you like so this ashtray right here, right? Like you don't push it down and burn it out like that. You just let it sit there and let it go out by itself. And then if you're at a lounge, the lounge will take care of it. Or if you're at the house, you leave it. The average cigar will probably go out between 5 to 7 minutes, and then it's done. And you just throw it in the trash. Don't ash your cigar out because then it gives it more of a nasty burn smell, and no one likes that in a cigar lounge. So don't ash out your cigar like that. Another thing, don't down talk someone else's cigar choice, and also don't talk about how much better your cigar is for your personal choice. Like myself, for example, I've had cigars that's $5. I've had cigars that's $100. I've been given cigars that's $200. If I'm smoking that in a lounge, I'm just smoking it. If you ask me, I'll tell you this is what it is, and that's that. I don't talk about anyone else's cigar choice because that cigar fits your palate. That cigar fits you the way that you want it to. So don't talk about someone else's choice because a lot of people will get offended, and you can hurt somebody's feelings and you can cause a lot of problems. So don't do that. If they asked you, that's different. But you just don't come out and say, "Oh yeah, this is a Cuban. It cost me $200." Everybody's gonna look at you like, "So what?" Because one of the things that I love about the cigar industry is everything is opinionated. The only thing that's factual is what is made. How it was made, and what ingredients are in the stick. But anything after that it's all opinionated. So I know some people that says the Opus X is a great stick. I have some people say that it's garbage. I have some people that say they like Gurkha. Some people that say they hate Gurkha. I know some people, because of the review that I gave about the Jamon, may smoke and be like, "Oh, Mr. Cigars don't know what he's talking about. Oh, this is garbage." That's your opinion, sir. Or ma'am, that's your opinion. But that's what brings the whole cigar community together. We can discuss these things and talk about it because everybody's palate is different. So don't talk down about someone else's stick. Okay. Now, I know those are the common don'ts. Okay. Now there's a whole bunch more, and I know you guys don't want to sit here and listen to all of them, but those are the most common ones. Now the do's. When you go to a lounge, oh, excuse me, I forgot one. I'm sorry. Let me backtrack. When you go to your local brick and mortar, okay, don't go and just smoke your own stick. Buy something from your local brick and mortar. When you say your local brick and mortar, it's your mom and pop store or just a cigar lounge. Don't just always go in there and bring your own. Now, people say, "Well, Mr. Cigar, when you go to the lounge, you bring your stick." Yes, I do bring mine. I do bring my travel in there. But I go in the lounge and I check out what they have. And if they have what I like, I'll buy something from them. Then I may smoke my own stick because it depends on the mood that I'm in. But don't go into a lounge and just sit down and start smoking your own stuff. That's rude. You don't go to someone else's house and pull out your own food and start eating and they invited you over for dinner. Like, you don't do that. Okay? So that's a definite is a don't. I forgot that. That's another common don't do. Now we can move on to the do's. One of the things that you do when you go to cigar lounge, be open-minded. Be open-minded to be willing to learn something new. Okay, you are going to have a conversation with people. Someone's going to tell you something different about a cigar that you probably didn't know about. So be open-minded when you go there. Okay. One of the things is be courteous, be kind. Be willing to talk to someone. Okay. So just be open-minded about what it is. Okay. What's another do? I mean, it's really kind of hard to say the do's and don'ts in essence, because as you're sitting in the lounge and you're just open and you're just talking, people are going to give you things. People are going to talk to you. I think the biggest do is just be open-minded. Don't think you know everything about cigars when you go in there and sit down. I think that would be the biggest thing. I can give you more don'ts than do's, but I mean, when you go to different places in a different cigar community, like my guys that I know, my mentors that brought me into the game, they've taught me to where I share sticks. I'll give a stick. Price does not matter. I'll give anybody a stick, because the knowledge and the feedback that you can give me about that stick is more important than me trying to charge you or you paying for this stick. So just be open-minded when you go to the cigar lounge. I think that's the biggest thing that I could tell you about going to a lounge, that'd be more profitable than anything else. The don'ts, just just be careful. Some people are real tight knit with their group, okay? But those are the only things that I can really tell you. I know he was like, well, you didn't really give too many dues. Yeah, but it's really not that many things that dues there. Like, I mean, if you really think about it, just do the opposite of the don'ts, and there go your dues. I mean, that's pretty much it. But I know for a fact that there are going to be some people that said, in the comments, that I forgot some things. But hey, by all means, let me know. Let me know if I forgot anything, and then I'll come back and do another one. But just be open-minded when you go to these cigar lounges. Okay, different areas. These people have been probably going to that lounge for years. They got their seats. They got their people. Just be open-minded. They may accept you. They may not. They may offer you a liquor. They may not. Just be okay with all of that. But just make sure you're there remember the reason why you're there. You're there for the cigar and the experience, and to create your own euphoria. Okay? So, hope you guys enjoyed the knowledge that I was able to drop today. But, as always, like I always say, but that's just food for thought. But hey, you don't have to eat it. Until next time, stay blessed.